Okay, friends, that's my second reaction. Well, the first one was pretty much okay, actually, so I'm very much encouraged, to be honest. Uh, there was one moment where I fucked up because I knew about this problem that when a person who reacts talks over a track which is playing, or video which is playing, uh, that requires some volume adjustment, yeah, so that the voice is louder than the music. I didn't pay attention to that, so I was trying to comment on the first BAND-MAID song in Logo Hamburg on June 26th, it was, this year, 2019. And my voice was just not distinguishable. I was actually trying to comment on the opening track, which BAND-MAID puts always um, plays before every concert. Uh, that's actually the gap which they demonstrate. Like it starts as a waltz. So many maniacs, many BAND-MAID fans called it BAND-MAID waltz. You can imagine these people, knights and ladies dancing in the ballroom, uh, and like this medieval atmosphere, of where these maids actually come from. Yeah, because it's supposed to be French maids. Although, if you ask any person who was born in Soviet Union and lived in, like, went to school in like 70s, 80s, they would immediately tell that this is just a Soviet girls' uniform, school uniform. Um, um, Whatever. But Miko, of course, didn't know about Soviet school uniform. She created as a French maid. Whatever. So that's the gap. Yeah, you like imagine first this culture of ballrooms, medieval castles, knights and ladies, and then they hit you with that very heavy music, uh, which really shows that the gap. Yeah, that's the gap which Japanese actually value it very much, and Westerns just don't get it. Like Westerners don't understand what it's all about. I remember I was actually taken aback by the costumes first when I saw Thrill, which was my first introduction to BAND-MAID, and I was like, well, that's a really nice music, but that's really stupid video. Like they looked awful in my understanding. So it took me actually some time to overcome it. That was double kicks of Akane, which saved me. That was the saving grace of Akane, which saved me. And if not for her double kicks and Thrill, I would probably not be attracted so much to that. Of course, Misa's solo and everything, I was coming on top of it, and I listened more and more. It was funny actually. Initially, BAND-MAID music seemed very foreign to me, like not anything I heard before. Many people say, "Oh, it's just an old rock, old school rock." That's true, but at the same time, they unlike any band which I heard before. So initially, I couldn't, like, when the person doesn't understand some music, they say it's they all sound the same. So all songs sound the same. That's what my wife says, for instance, when I'm trying to introduce her to BAND-MAID. She says, "But they all songs sound the same." That's what a person says about the new music, and that's what happened in case of BAND-MAID. In my case, but initially what I was listening to was the technicality, the great technical skills of all the members. That was so amazing. Like I never heard this combination of great musicianship before. Akane's drum just incredible. So complicated, so creative. Like the best examples of drummers which I recall, like John Bonham, for instance, or the guy from Vandergraaf Generator, what's his name? I I forgot his name already, or whatever. So all these best drummers, of all time, and then Kanami, just breaking into this shredding so easily. She just, she welds guitars, so like that's like continuation of her hands. That's the mark of the true master. When the instrument, you look at how person handles that instrument, and you see that it's just so easy. They play. That's where the word comes from, play. And the musicians who struggle with it, you see, like they actually struggle. They try to shred and they put so much effort into it, and you see that they're difficult for them, right? And Kanami is just so effortlessly, she just produces this torrent of sound, of notes, and it just doesn't cost her anything. That's a very interesting moment. So, of course, Misa is like, she is the best bass player, currently alive in the world. In rock, okay, whatever. Of course, there's a lot of very good bass players, but in this type of music, rock, heavy metal, they usually don't like. The bassist there is usually somewhere in the background. You will have hard time to like hear what bass players do in Metallica, for instance. Okay, Cliff Burton did this solo in Kill 'Em All, and many people love it, but to be honest, it just sounds like guitar. It's just a guitar solo. It doesn't sound like a bass guitar, whatever. So BAND-MAID is just all great musicians, 5 great girls who just incredible, And okay, I wanted to talk about this song, which is Screaming. That's what I'm going to show you. I don't know if you've seen it. It's the second song in Hamburg, in Logo Hamburg, from this June. Screaming is a B-side of single, of Start Over single, and A-side is a very controversial song, Start Over, which is like very popish in style. That's what many people say. And they like, BAND-MAID just betrayed their heritage, and they composed a song which is really pop. I really hope that like BAND-MAID doesn't produce anymore like this. And many people say like, oh, Kanami had this block in her mind, like it happens in life of some musicians that composers like they just suddenly run into this problem, like they cannot compose anymore for a certain period of time. They feel like they empty, they don't have any ideas or anything. And many people interpreted it like this. But what my interpretation of what Kanami was saying in the interviews was actually that it was the other way around. So she was going deeper and deeper down that rabbit hole of heavy music, She just composed this wonderful World Domination album, which is heavier than the previous one, Just Bring It. Well, not really heavier, but it is more complicated. Yeah, and okay, heavier. And it seems to me that she was afraid, like she's turned into a monster, in her own perception. Like, oh, all this heavy metal music, it's like destructive, gloomy, black, and I don't want to sound like this. Like, people will not love this music. Let's compose something else. So that's probably what was her thing, her feeling at the moment. And then she went to the band, say like, girls, just give me some new ideas. Let's create something lighter, something different from what we played before, because we have to be diverse. If we just hitting to the same point, heavier and even heavier, then we turn into monsters. And the band said, okay, fine. I mean, then Psyche came to her rescue and said, yeah, I love these romantic songs, let's do something like From My Childhood. And everybody helped her, and they produced this Start Over. But that was nothing like a mind block in Konami's head, because then you have side B, which is Screaming, which is like really, really speed metal. Probably the fastest song like in their catalog, whatever. Just that was my impression when I first heard it. Like, it's so fast. How can a band play so fast? And I was really, really happy that they included it into the set list of European concerts. That was really like a very nice surprise. Okay, so I actually added the subtitles to this video, the CC's closed caption, whatever we call it. So you will see the text at the bottom. Text, of course, is coming from Miku Kobato. And Miku is a great poet. And this text is just incredible, guys. So let's listen to it. Let's watch what they do. By the way, you see right there in the middle of the screen, Akane adjusting her camera, which is recording how she's drumming. And where is that recording? I want to see it one day. I hope they release it on some Blu-ray or DVD one day. Okay. Let's start. with the great song? And the text, what she's singing. There's a lot of English here, as you can hear, like what she's saying. What are these wonderful words? Considering my breath, I can't take it anymore. It's a song of freedom, as you can see. So it's like this very strong words, like call me crazy. What's that break like? I don't even know this expression in English. But then she says, I'm not hiding anything. I'm not hiding anything. That is like, it goes like a chorus throughout the song. And then, one of my favorite parts of it. There's no way. Click, move on fast. Painful vanish. All I can do is be me. Yeah, all these very, well, I could say a feministic song, but in reality, if it comes from a man, then it's what chauvinistic song, or what? just a song about freedom, whether they males or females, but just about freedom, like breaking all the rules, and breaking all the limits, all the shackles, and then I won't give up. I won't give up, never ever. Okay, okay. My heart is free. I'm right here. So not in someone's control. I really love this song. Actually, it's interesting the taste change. When people try to create this like a list of your 10 most favorite BAND-MAID songs. Oh, come on. Like, many people, many maniacs, they just say, my favorite song is the one I'm listening to right now, and my favorite member is the one I'm looking at it right now. And that's absolutely true for me as well. But then again, like periods in my life when I listen more to one style of their albums or to the other style of their albums. But in reality, when you just turn it on, when I turn it on, I just forget about everything. I forget all which was in the past. Like what I'm listening to right now, what I'm hearing right now, that's the greatest thing, I've ever heard before. That's how I feel about BAND-MAID music. What else did I want to say about it? Okay, that's it for now. I think that's a rather short song. It's very fast-paced, very great, really speed metal, as I would put it into this category. If we're gonna categorize it, then it's a speed metal. And it's a side B of the single Start Over, whereas side A is a pop song for teenage girls. Okay, whatever. Okay, guys, hopefully see you in the next video. Bye bye.